state of Bihar.
Total centers across
912. Spanning across 36. If Bapu Sabhagar is taken, so 911 centers examination selection test was conducted peacefully on 13/12. So far Bapu Sabhagar is concerned, in Bapu Sabhagar, total number of appearing candidates 5,900 and odd. When the examination commenced at 12.
Timing of examination was 12 to 1:30.
Yes.
12 to 1:30 or 2?
2.
12 to.
And the candidates had to report latest by 11 a.m. Those who would come after 11, even 11.1, they would not be allowed entry. So positively, every applicant has to appear at the center latest by 11. 1 hour is provided because, my lord, every candidate, not only candidate, every person who is in the center is required to be frisked for any electronic gadget. Whether it is invigilator, whether it is staff, no person who is present in the center or at the center is allowed, my lord, entry with any electronic gadget capable of transmitting or receiving any message. And this has been scrupulously observed. There has been absolutely any person got entry or sneaked with any electronic device. Yes. Apart from that, huge number of jammers were installed across all centers with the assistance of Electronic Corporation of India. Total number of jammers would exceed 13,000 approximately. And this was provided by Electronic Corporation, ECI, Electronic Corporation of India. Every step was taken to ensure that nothing comes in, nothing goes out. Bapu Sabhagar selection test commenced as scheduled at 12. Large number of applicants were writing their examination. At around 1 o'clock, after 12:45, a handful of applicants started disrupting, saying that there has been delay in distribution of question booklet. The authorities handling the process, my lordships, keeping the sensitivity, and in order to ensure that the selection test passes smoothly, even assured those handful of applicants, creating ruckus that they would be allowed extra time if there has been delay in providing question booklet. Notwithstanding that, some more pretexts or some more, my lordship's allegations were cooked up, namely that the question booklets were not open in presence of the applicants, and so on and so forth. In a selection test of this nature, the number of applicants, my lordships, gradually increased, and it became a sizable number.
This was out of 5,000 students who were writing the exam.
Yes, writing the examination. Majority were writing. It was only a minority of the applicants who, my lord, designedly wanted to disrupt the selection test. Their only object was to disrupt it on one or the other pretext. In this process, one government employee suffered injury. He was not being allowed to taken out to the hospital. He was anyhow shifted to the hospital, and reportedly he also died. They came out taking away the booklets. They came out of the exam center. District Magistrate, Senior Superintendent of Police, my lord, rushed to the spot to contain any untoward happening, and thus the exam at Bapu Center got disrupted because those applicants who were also writing their exam peacefully, they were prevented, their question booklets were snatched. So it was a complete hooliganism. And that hooliganism cannot be, my lord, at the spur of the moment unless there is a sinister design hatched up from before. Some booklets were taken out. It is those booklets which are reportedly being urged to persuade my lords to be convinced that they've spread across all other centers. However, there is absolutely no material that the question papers were in any manner transmitted to any of the remaining 911 centers of the state of Bihar. BPSC has taken all precautionary steps, including ascertaining.
Just a minute. How come? I mean, we are absolutely in agreement with what you say. Every arrangement. But how these handful of people, they could come out of the hall with their booklets? They should have been stopped.
My lordships, it was a difficult situation. Because if the number, in fact, my lordship, district administration reached there, and I mean the visual is there. Applicants fighting, using fisticuffs, snatching. Applicants entered other halls. There are different halls.
But inside the campus.
Inside the campus. And we admit,
inside the hall they would be without any electronics.
Yes.
But outside
outside their friends were waiting. There are a large number of people who were waiting, and we presumably, and our presumption is not misplaced, that people sponsored by various coaching institutions were awaiting outside.
Why? But why?
They have a vested interest. Coaching institution is the biggest, my lord, nemesis of purity of examination anywhere.
You have the authority to regulate, not the recruiting agency, but the state.
sheets outside. But what I am trying to drive at is that OMR sheet did not reach any other center by any mode. It could not have reached physically before 2 p.m. It did not reach through any electronic mode. In fact, the OMR sheets were thrown out. The question booklet were thrown out of the boundary wall. That was around 1:05.